door there. I'm getting a little bit of a daytime, well, before the sun goes down. Getting a bit of a walk in. And just going to talk about some random topics. Because it's just the same message that's coming out now. No matter what these imbeciles attempt to do, it's just going to backfire in your faces, because you have cursed yourself with the spirit of loss. So what you wanted for me essentially is happening to you. You want me to have bad finances, you have bad finances. You wanted me to have an unsuccessful love life, you will have an unsuccessful love life. You want me to be homeless, out in the cold, starving, begging, eating from bins. That's now going to happen to you. You don't want me to find work, you can't find work, you won't have a job. You know, it's like all the negative energy you've been projecting to me and sending out to me has just circled back round and came back to you, because all of your curses, all of your hexes just backfired and went back onto you. So that big hole that you dug for me, you've now fell into. You're now trapped in a web of your own making that you've weaved for somebody else. You've now got caught into that. So, you know, it's a repetitive cycle. No matter what you try to do, no matter who you try to pay, no matter how many circus freaks in the community that you employ, because that's what you all are, you're circus freaks. So no matter how many circus freaks you employ in the community, they're attached to your bad karma now. So as long as they're attached to you, as long as they are in your presence, as long as they work with you side by side, whatever karma or bad karma you're going through, that you're trying to laugh off like a bunch of laughing hyenas, as if, I'm not getting karma, you know, and that maniacal sort of hyenish laugh that you try to do to laugh off everything. Well, you know, your mask's fallen off, it's shattered onto the floor into millions of pieces, and you can give up this pretense that you're fine and nothing's happening to you. But we all know you're going through a lot of pain and suffering, and your laughter just turns into tears of sadness. Oh, why is this always happening to me? Well, it's very simple. See, you, unlike me, you have to rob from people, you have to, you know, tell lies, you have to murder people, you have to sacrifice kids, sacrifice fucking animals, do dark magic. You know, you're constantly living under a storm cloud, trapped in your own nightmarish war. You always have to do negative things in order to obtain the material possessions that you possess, which you're now losing, which you now haven't taken away from you, such as the stolen houses. And by the way, if you have sold that house that you stole from me, that was left in my will as part of my inheritance, that was for me, not for you, because I know you're not my real family. I know you're all liars. The old girl's not very good at lying when being caught on the bounce from a quick fire question. So I know none of you're all liars. You've all just lied to us all my life. But it's okay. It's okay. So yeah, so everything that was left to me in that will and is mine, it's coming back to us. But that house, yeah, if you've done some kind of mortgage fraud and sold my house, that was left to me and not you. Right? So if you're not living in that house and if you've sold it now, it just means you owe me more money. And I'll get that back. I'll get that back through the justice system, and you will be in eternal debt with the government. And nobody likes being in debt with the government, but that's exactly what's going to happen to you. But sort of like going off the thread there, but yeah, like if you're just doing negative things, and if you're putting out negative thoughts, and if you're doing negative actions, right, no matter how you try to delay your karma, no matter how you try, no matter what fucking witchcraft you think you're doing, that's shielding you from this karma or karmic transfers onto other people. No. Eventually, whether it's sooner or later, that karma's going to come back, and it's going to come back manifested 100-fold, 1,000-fold, 10,000-fold. But the more you try to avoid that karma, the more that karma builds up. And then when it eventually does start to hit you, like it is now, and this is just the tip of the iceberg. This is just the tip of the spear. Right? This is just the beginning of your nightmare. It's only going to get worse from here on in. And the more you insist, the more you persist on being thoroughly just bad individuals, grotesque, repulsive, repugnant individuals, you're just going to amass more karma. You're going to suffer more pain until the point where you're just going to be taken out. And now I know there's a lot of you suffering from debilitating illnesses that you're trying to shrug off as if it's nothing. And I know that there's people dying around you and getting ill because of you, but you're so in denial. You just simply refuse to acknowledge accountability for your actions, your dirty deeds, right? That you're now suffering the consequences of those dirty actions, of those dirty deeds. You're sick individuals that need to let go of all this hate, this bitterness, this resentment. You know, it's doing nothing for you other than slowly killing you. That's what you're literally killing yourselves. It's like a state of mind, right? Let's move on to slightly change it, right? But you've got bad karma, you can't escape it. There's no other outcome other than failure for you. But essentially, so if you're going to have the mindset of negativity, of hate, resentment, bitterness, fear, panic, anxiety, anguish, destitute, just things that do not flourish, that do not bear fruit. Right, if you're going to have that mindset of negativity, that's all you're going to. You're like a magnet. You're like a frequency being sent out. Okay, so if you're just sending out the frequency of negativity, then you're just going to pull in negative things. Bad things are always going to happen to you, and sooner or later, it's going to have a detrimental effect to your physical and your mental and your spiritual health, and it's going to wear you out and it's going to destroy you, right? So happiness or negativity or whatever thoughts you're feeling, anger, pain, well, just to say happiness and negativity, right? They're a state of mind, okay? And it's all about training your mind to do various things. So you've gotten into the mindset of just negativity. So buying like material possessions, they bring you a short-term dopamine hit before you get tired of it, because you haven't trained your mind to be happy. So happiness is a state of mind, right? You don't need wealth. You don't need material possessions. You don't need fancy cars, right? All you've got to do is tell yourself over and over again, repeatedly, that you're happy, right? Like I do, I constantly tell I'm happy, I'm satisfied. Material possessions, I've given a lot of mine away, just like, so I had a huge like DVD collection, I had a lot of books, I had like a huge CD collection. I just bag them all up, right, and I just give them away, because it's better to give than receive. Whereas you are greedy individuals, you think you need all these little trinkets, all these material possessions, the latest fashions, in order to make you feel good. But it doesn't, it's a short-term thing, right? It's just like how you're now desperate for money. You're in a lack-minded frame of mind. So now you're losing everything, you're panicking. So I'm not. I have the mindset of abundance. I have the mindset of radiating success, radiating wealth. You know, I'm not. I don't want for nothing. I don't need a lot. I don't need to be constantly. I don't need the latest gadgets. I don't need the latest trends. I don't need the latest fashions. You know what I mean? I don't need all these material. In fact, the more I give away, the less I feel burdened, and the better I feel. Because you don't need all these things to be happy. It's all up here. It's a state of mind. Happiness is a state of mind. So it's all about training your mind to go from a negative mindset to that of a positive mindset. And it takes work, it's not easy. But I've trained my mind, I've reprogrammed my mind to go from a lack-minded to an abundant mindset, from negative to happy. And you know what I mean? And I'm prepared to do that work. I'm prepared to go within to find the answers. I'm prepared to isolate myself to go within and find the answers. I'm prepared to cut off all those negative outsiders, all those negative forces that don't serve me well. It's like you surround yourself with toxic people, right? Shit talkers. So you're talking shit to these people about other people, right? But these same people that you're talking shit to, right? They talk shit about you behind their back to other people. You're a congregation. You're a cult of cunts. You're a cult of shit talkers, right? And this is another thing about the King James Bible or any other fucking Bible, right? That is a script. There's nothing wrong with the scripture inside of the Bible, but it was structured in a way to keep you from asking the greater questions, from thinking outside of the box, to always follow and not lead, right? The Bible and churches have you trapped to the congregation talking to, I'm forgetting the word now, I forget the word's gone, but you're talking to what's the fucking word? A fascist in black and white. That priest, he's a fascist. That's what he is. That's what he is. Like, I know for a certain fact that I need no priest to stand between me and the Most High God, right? And that fucking priest, the fascists walk around in black preaching as if they hold the power, as if they are the connection, they are the connection to source, to the Most High. Well, no, it's not. And the funny thing is, there was a lot of books that was kept out of the Bible, which stopped people like you, the sheep, the flock, you know what I mean? So just think of the priest as the border collie. He just rounds all you clowns up, right? Feeds you a pack of bullshit, makes you doubt yourself, makes you listen and not question, follow and not lead, right? And they'll keep you in that pen, like the border collie does. They'll round you up and they'll put you in the pen, the congregation, the church, you know, and they'll keep you in a postage stamp consensus frame of mind. So there's no looking outside of the edges and having a more expansive view, like stepping back and seeing the horizons and seeing the bigger picture, right? The church doesn't teach you to do that. It teaches you to be small-minded. Like education, like government. They feed you what they want you to know. And if you go independently and look for answers outside of the framework, the matrix, whatever you want to tag it as, you're deemed strange, weird, crazy. What? Because you're independent. You're an independent thinker. You think for yourself. You look for answers outside of the mainstream, outside of the norm, because that norm is anything but normal. It's just a system of control. And so the Bible is just a system of control to keep you a part of the congregation, making donations to the church, because you're certainly not making donations to God. I mean, with all those donations, you can actually use that money to help people, but all it does, especially Catholicism, that's just keeping the Pope hidden behind their Vatican walls, living in a life of luxury. And like these church members that you circus freaks are a part of, that worship anything but the Most High God, behind closed doors, you've got basements where you torture people and have satanic rituals and things like that. You know what I mean? And things that you're pissed off because I don't want to be a part of your satanic congregation. And that's what it is. It's got nothing to do with God. This fucking priest or whoever you're associated with is not a man of God. My father does not know you. That's for sure. You chose your paths. You chose the wrong path. And now you're paying the price for your choices. Causality, cause and effect. Action, reaction. Cause and effect. So I make good choices. Okay, so we're coming back full circle now as to why I seem to get out of things unscathed and you perish. Because at the end of the day, my people perish for lack of knowledge. And you're perishing now through lack of knowledge. But yeah, the reason why I don't suffer like you do is because I don't do the things you do. I walk the narrow path, the difficult path, the hard path. I deprive myself of these short-term pleasures, this short-term gratification, these short-term dopamine hits. I prefer the slow and steady, the narrow path, the road less travelled. So I do these type of things, right? And I stay and remain obedient to the Most High God. So when the Most High God asks me to jump, I'll say to him, how high? And the Holy Father shall instruct accordingly. And so the reason I always get what I want is because I'm not a sadistic, insidious, nefarious, malevolent cretin like all you circus freaks. And all the circus freaks in the greater community that were so easily bought and paid for to bring trouble for me, bring trouble to my doorstep, bring trouble to me. But as it turns out, it's only bringing more trouble to them. And a lot of these people who've walked away from you, and I'm hearing it's getting very difficult for you now to get people to help. It's getting very difficult indeed. Well, that's because these people now see you for who you really are. And they're growing tired of you because all you do every day is just bitch about me. And I'm telling you now, people will get sick of that. They just look at you like you're some sort of fucking weirdo, some sort of jealous, bitter, sad old hag. That's past the prime. That's been run through. That's been train ganged. You and the circus freaks in your family, the gangbang cousins, yeah, who got initiated into your cult. Gangbang, train gang, many men sticking things in holes and all over the place just to be part of a cult that at the end of the day turned out to be a waste of time, basically, didn't it? But you live and learn, or maybe in your case you live but learn fuck all, and everything's just starting to fall apart. Your health's starting to fall apart. I'm hearing your hair's falling out, your eyelashes are falling out, your fingernails are falling out, your toenails are falling out, your teeth are falling out. You seem to be aging rapidly, and I hear if I ever do see you again, you're not going to look too good or too clever. You know what I'm saying? You know what I fucking mean? Yeah, fucking hell. And also, at the end of the day, I know I've been told that I'm going to see the little lady boy at some point waffling on about fucking lies. Look, this is the thing about forgiveness, all right? I'll try and explain it in the simplest of terms, because I realise technical or, complicated explanations are not advisable when talking to someone with limited mental capabilities. So, forgiveness, okay? Forgiveness is not for you, it's for me. For me to forgive you allows me to move on and move forward and begin my new cycle. And I already have begun that new cycle, and you are now blocked from taking part in my new cycle, in my new beginnings, because of your life choices. And they were poor life choices, I have to admit. So forgiveness, okay? I don't need you to be here. I don't need to see you, any of yous, right? Forgiveness is just letting go of what you've done. Forgiveness is not retaliating, not seeking revenge. Accepting what was done and surrendering it all to God while forgiving my enemies. You do not need to be present when I give out that forgiveness. You do not need to be a part of my life anymore when I forgive you. None of that is required. Forgiveness is for me, not for you. It's for me to be able to move forward and start anew. Okay? And as for you apologising to me, I don't need to see you, right, in person. I don't need to hear from you again. I don't actually need your apology because I've healed myself from all the trauma I've been put through by you band of circus freaks. That's what you are. You're clowns. You're like the bearded lady. You're like the, the deformed sideshows at the circus that people pay extra for when you go to the freak show, the you know what I mean, the freak show tent. That's what you are, and all the people who teamed up with you. That's what you are. You're all freaks, because normal people would not even contemplate on doing what you did. You idolise and worship paper, like oily paper from trees. That's your god. Money is your god. Materialism is your god. I don't crave none of those things. I just want to leave. I'll give away a lot of my material possessions. In fact, when I do eventually leave this place, I will be travelling very light, because I will not need a lot of things to take with me when I go. And I am going. That is a fact. You can't stop anything. But yes, money is your god. Materialism is your god. Your lavish luxury lifestyle filled with materialistic items that give you the short-term dopamine hit that you're constantly craving for. You are crack addicts and heroin addicts and cocaine addicts and alcoholics, pill poppers and things like that, but it's just the same thing. Buying material items, buying clothes, buying new gadgets, watches, rings, necklaces, hats, scarves, all that jazz. Do you know what I mean? It's just a short-term high. It's just a short-term dopamine hit. Try giving all that shit away. That's a big high. That's a long-lasting high, because you're unburdening yourselves from those attachments. You're freeing yourself from unnecessary weight. Like, I used to be a collector of things. I realise there's no point, because I've been put through so much where I've had to just let go of things, leave them behind, to the point where I don't worry about materialism. I don't worry about collectible items. I don't worry about those certain things, because they come and go like the wind, like the rain, like the sun and the moon. They come and go in cycles. And so I don't need to be burdened with all that weight, being attached to all those things, because they're unhealthy attachments. It rots the mind. So freeing yourself from those type of possessions is very enlightening, very rewarding, it's enriching, and it makes me feel better. So yes, so now all my material possessions, all my media, all those tangible items that you buy, that you have bought, that I've piled up, books, CDs, albums, DVDs, Blu-rays, whatever you want. Do you know what I mean? I've just give them all away to charity, because it's better to give than receive. And I think I'll leave it there for now. I think I'll leave it there for now, because I have got like other things to talk about. Like, for instance, in your group chat with your band of circus freaks, you've been bragging and boasting. Well, we'll get it on now. So in the old WhatsApp group chat, or the group chat in Facebook, or whatever, or it could be fucking Telegram, because they've got like group chats there as well, haven't they? Yes, they have. You've getting all you fucking circus freaks into their groups. Do you know what I mean? and you've been telling them about all your fucking spell work. I've got to do all kinds of spells. I can prophesize, I can hypothesize, and I prophesize on such and such a date at such and such a time. Me, myself, and I will pass away because of the spell work that you conducted, or demons that you've resurrected or erected, whatever the fuck it is, conjured up and sent out into the 3D world to attach themselves to myself. And on this day, and at this hour, and at this strike of the clock, he shall fall and expire into the ether, into the spiritual realms. The only thing is, though, all this boasting that you've been doing to your circus freaks, your circus pals, you know, the oddballs, right? So you've just like been making all these boasts and all these brags, and you know, how you've got all these people here. Well, I'm fucking this judge and sucking the cock of this corrupt police officer, or scissoring this little midget with a Napoleon complex, and I've got this fucking solicitor, and we've done all these things, and I've done this and I've done that, and my, me, I'm so fabulous, I'm so great, I'm so fat, I'm so fucking useless, you know, as you do, because it's all about you, isn't it? The thing is, though, fatty, like, I know for a certain fact, right, when it comes to honouring your promises, when it comes to promising other people, you never show up. It always ends. It always ends. It always ends. It always ends badly. Because I know you very well, and you cannot keep a promise. You can tell a good lie, though, but you can't keep promises. And so you've been promising these circus freaks who keep turning up in the group chat. By the way, a lot of them are fucking grassing on you, but no, a lot of people. And that hitman you sent out, one of them got stopped by the police, right? Or if it hasn't happened yet, it's going to, right? He's going to get arrested. He's going to get taken in, right, for interrogation, and he's going to give it all up. He's going to tell them everything. But the evidence against you is overwhelming anyway, so you know what I mean. That's neither here nor there. But you cannot keep a promise when promising other people that you can come good on your promises. It always ends horribly bad. So yes, so you've been telling all your I just like saying circus freaks. Oh my god, I just love saying circus freaks, because that's what you are. So you've been telling your band of circus freaks in the fucking group chat or whatever it is that I'm gonna be dead. So, well, I was supposed to be dead this time last year. Halloween last year I was supposed to be fucking dead, and the Halloween year before that I was supposed to be fucking dead, and you know, all this fucking spell work and all this jiggery fucking pokery, or, you know what I mean, with your magic tricks, and you know, the sleight of hand and fucking elastic bands and rings and fucking stings, and it just hasn't been working. And so these people now are looking at you like you're some kind of fucking bullshit artist, that you can't deliver on your promises, which you can't. I mean, if it's for yourself, if you're just doing it for yourself, yeah, you're probably very, very successful when it's your own personal outcome. But when you're making guarantees and assurances and promises and giving deadlines to fucking circus freaks in the clown show that you all are, you know, these fucking clowns starting to realise, like, she's full of fucking shit. She stinks of shit. Can't really abide being in her presence. She really needs to learn, like, the art of sponge, soap, and water. You know, and it's a combination of mixing those three together and just giving yourself a good old fucking scrub. But use a wire brush if you need to, you know what I mean? And do something with your clunge. It's fucking dead. It's dead fish. It's like, what the fuck's crawled up there and died? It's repulsive. You're all fucking repulsive. You've got claggy mat for fucking hair, gungy clungies. Do you know what I mean? You stink of fucking shit because you bathe in it. You're always playing with your own fucking shit. Like you say, you're a scatophobe, you're a scatophilia, or whatever the fuck that is. You love playing with shit. Or if not playing with your own shit, going to Dubai and shitting on a fucking Arab's chest. And like, all these videos that you've been recording of fucking other people and yourself are all coming out, you know, especially with you having sex with a fucking horse. Like, you were sucking it off, And then you put, oh man, you're fucking gross. You are sick people. But anyway, but yeah, you've been boasting about like spell work. And it's all backfiring. Everything's fucking backfiring anyway. I'm still here happy cracking jokes and calling all you fucking circus freaks. Because that's what you are, you fucking circus freaks in the clown show. You know, you're like the fucking, the freak tent. You know, like the taboo tent. The taboo tent full of fucking freaks. The circus freaks. All fucking disfigured. Bent out of shape. Women with penises. Men with vaginas. It's all fucking, you know, mutilation. Genitals. Mutilated genitalia. Blah, 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 blah. Can I get it out? Mutated genitalia. Mutilation. All that freaky shit. Do you know what I mean? That's what you are. And you fucking and you fucking swinger parties, and the fucking train gang cousins who need to get railed by fucking fuck queues of men. You know, it's like that fucking joke I said before. There's like a fucking queue of blokes gone from downstairs out the door, like, or from out the door up the stairs into this fucking bedroom. One's gone in, or sometimes two go in, come out. One goes in, one goes out. And it's just like, what the fucking hell's going on up there? It's like, oh mate, what's going on up there? And it goes, fuck you. So I'll let that one rest with you. Anyway, I digress. Oh, and that doctor prick that you've got on board, you know, you cunt me. I mean, your cult member, the one that you got to fucking sign a death certificate because she faked my death and the claim on a fucking life insurance. Well, all that's under investigation. Don't worry about that. And this fucking doctor, he won't be as much of a smug prick as he is now when the authorities come to collect him. And what I'm gathering, it's just a matter of days and weeks, not that much longer. So I'm hearing you're going to go on the run at some point. I told you would, didn't I? Never mind, you know. Not everyone has the gift of foresight, but right. I think I'll leave it there for now. Because it's just that I'm just like every fucking 7 days I'm just gonna do like a long form talk about whatever I've been picking up. There's other things again. Oh yes, right. Oh, grave robbers. You want to use dirty cunts, as well as having sex in fucking graves and leaving fucking semen there from fucking semen stains on the fucking gravesite. You want to use daft cunts took a little teddy bear that wears a red bandana around his neck, right? You robbed that from a grave. That was someone's mother, someone's son who left that gift for his mother, or the other way around. And I'm telling you now, I've been told to tell you, you bring that back. You bring that back and put it back where you found it, or you're going to see more than fucking objects just floating and levitating in front of you. Has the blood writing on the walls occurred yet? Writing out all your crimes that you've committed and all your murders. Don't worry, that will come. But yeah, and that house you're living in, it doesn't matter which fucking house you live in, because wherever you go, they will follow. Right, so you get that fucking teddy bear, that little teddy bear with a red fucking neckerchief, but like Winnie the Pooh with his red fucking neckerchief, you take it back to the gravesite that you stole it from, as well as digging up fucking dead bodies, waking up fucking spirits that don't want to be awakened from their slumber, right? So you take that teddy bear and you put it back on the fucking grave, or you're just going to get haunted to death. Because I'm telling you now, you've served your purpose. There's nothing more for you here in this realm. So do something, one thing at least, right in your life, and take back that teddy bear from the fucking gravestone that you stole it from. Or you literally are going to see some serious fucking paranormal events. But I think is there anything else? Well, there's always something we use fuckers. Right, I'll leave it there for now. just thought I'd like talk, get out the way before the sun sets. But yeah, so yeah, this is Night Fly 777 signing off.